Have you ever argued with someone online and after reading 20 comments, watching 5 videos, and writing an essay in the replies, they still didn't change their mind? You probably left thinking, how can someone be so wrong? But here's the uncomfortable truth. They were probably thinking the exact same thing about you. Every single day, billions of people disagree about politics, money, relationships, religion, sports, gaming, movies, which phone is better, even whether pineapple belongs on pizza. And somehow, almost everyone believes they're the reasonable one. So why does this happen? Why do humans become so convinced they're right, even when they're completely wrong? The answer isn't intelligence. It's something much stranger. Most people believe their brain works like a scientist. You see evidence, you study it, you reach a logical conclusion. Simple. Except that's not really how our brains work. Imagine your brain as a lawyer instead of a scientist. A scientist asks, what's true? A lawyer asks, how do I defend my client? And your client is your opinion. The moment you believe something, your brain quietly starts collecting evidence that supports it. Anything that disagrees, it suddenly looks suspicious, unreliable, or just plain stupid. Without realizing it, you've stopped searching for the truth. You've started defending your side. Now imagine carrying that brain around inside social media. Every swipe, every recommendation, every video, every post. Algorithms notice what keeps your attention. Then they give you more of it. Agree with one opinion? Here's 10 more. Watch one conspiracy video? Here's 20. Like one football team? Now every rival team looks terrible. After a while, it doesn't feel like you're living in an opinion. It feels like you're living in reality. Because everyone around you seems to agree. Except they don't. You're just living inside a very comfortable bubble, and bubbles are dangerous. Because from the inside, they look exactly like the whole world. Think about every movie you've ever watched. The hero believes they're doing the right thing. The villain also believes they're doing the right thing. Very few people wake up thinking, I'm going to be the bad guy today. Instead, they think, I'm doing what has to be done. Real life works the same way. Ask 2 people why an argument started, and you'll often hear 2 completely different stories. Both sound believable. Both leave out details. Both make themselves look a little better. Not because they're lying, because memory isn't a video recording. It's a story your brain keeps rewriting, and every rewrite usually makes you the hero. Here's something surprising. The loudest person in the room isn't always the smartest. In fact, people who know very little about a subject often sound incredibly confident. Why? Because they don't know what they don't know. Meanwhile, experts spend years discovering how complicated everything really is, which makes them sound less certain. It's a strange paradox. The less you know, the easier everything seems. The more you learn, the more questions you have. That's why confidence can be so convincing, even when it's completely wrong. Imagine you've believed something for 10 years. You've defended it, posted about it, argued with friends, maybe even laughed at people who disagreed. Now imagine discovering you were wrong. That doesn't just hurt your opinion, it hurts your identity. Your brain interprets that almost like a threat, because changing your mind can feel like admitting, I've wasted years. So instead, people often double down. Not because they're evil, not because they're stupid, because they're human. Here's a fun experiment. If everyone around you suddenly started clapping, there's a good chance you'd feel like joining in. Humans are incredibly social creatures. For thousands of years, being accepted by the group meant survival. Being rejected could mean death. Our brains still carry that ancient programming. That's why trends spread, memes spread, fashion spreads, opinions spread. Sometimes we don't believe something because it's true. We believe it because everyone around us does. Think about which headline gets more clicks. This topic is complicated and there are multiple perspectives, or you're being lied to. One is accurate, the other is exciting. Guess which one gets shared? The internet rewards certainty, outrage, confidence, big statements, small attention spans. The problem? Reality is usually messy. But messy doesn't go viral. Simple does. Imagine two people. One says, "I know everything." The other says, "I could be wrong." Which one is more likely to learn? Being willing to change your mind isn't weakness. It's intellectual strength. Every scientist, every inventor, every great thinker has changed their mind countless times because learning literally means replacing old ideas with better ones. If you never change your mind, you're probably not learning very much. Here's the strange part. Everything you've heard in this video also applies to you and to me. Every single human has blind spots. Everyone has biases. Everyone has opinions they haven't questioned. That's normal. The goal isn't to become someone who's always right. That's impossible. The goal is to become someone who's curious enough to notice when they might be wrong. Because curiosity beats certainty every single time. So the next time you're in an argument, instead of asking, "How do I win?" try asking, "What if I'm missing something?" That one question might change your entire life. And maybe that's what being right is really about. Thanks for watching.